couple of roadblocks in there. We definitely there are a couple of new characters who get introduced that they're both gonna, maybe spend some time away from each other with, and then we'll have to see, where it goes.
I think we're just going to become really jealous of each other as what's going to happen. That's what I feel like is going to happen, because now we're trying to give each other space, and it kind of went into an awkward area when Gabby was, her name was brought up, and the history of the friendship between Brett and Dawson and thing, so it's just all really complicated, dangerous territory, and they probably do need to have a little breathing room, but I think they do respect each other a lot, and they're sort of in similar positions of authority, which is interesting. I think their lives are sort of mirroring each other in a funny kind of way, and I think life does that sometimes, and I think it'll be nice when they do actually get it together. I think they will.
So just to kind of follow up on the Brett and Casey thing, for so long their feelings really had been not discussed. It had kind of been subtext versus text, and now that it's text and they're actively kind of not dealing with the situation, how is that kind of changing the way you guys are actually interacting in scenes, as you're kind of now having to deal with the awareness that each other's characters know what the other feels?
Yeah. Kara?
Well, it's interesting. I do think that, I think that in the back of Brett's mind, she has always been overly aware of, this is my ex-best friend's ex-husband, girl code, do not go there. And yet, it's like, come on, the guy went to find a cat with you and drove you to your birth mom's house, and he's always supportive, and he's always encouraging, and he's always, their friendship is so good, and so it's like, well, damn it, she can't help it, she's just drawn to him, and she likes him, and so but I do think that she has always in the back of her mind felt like, it doesn't matter that I feel this way, I'll never compare, we all rightfully put Dawson up on a pedestal, so I think she just always suspects, I'll never be able to live up to that. And so I think when that question came out in episode 2 and he responds the way he does, she's like, right, I knew that. Of course, why did I even entertain this idea? Of course Dawson is the one, and I'm such a fool. But I also, so she is kind of walking around, I think, feeling a bit embarrassed and kind of foolish. But I also think that more than once now, she said it last season too, after Dawson and Casey met up for that benefit, she's like, what I really want more than anything else, I just want him to be happy. And she says it again this season too. And so I think what's kind of sweet about their dynamic is whatever angst they may have with each other, I feel like Brett's ultimate goal is really his happiness and not her own. And that's kind of the frustrating thing about their dynamic, is that they're so self-sacrificing that they wind up actually not getting what they want sometimes.
That's the perfect way of putting it. You're right. Yeah, I think there was a point, I feel like Casey was probably, he's in self-denial about the whole thing, where he feels like he was being a friend. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't there was no, I didn't feel like there was a weird ulterior motive, do you know what I mean? Which was quite nice. It felt quite organic to him. And then when it crossed over, obviously, into, oh wait, then it was too late. It was too late to pull anything back. But you're so right. They're both so self-sacrificing, and maybe just thinking about it too much, that they're pulling away from it, but they're trying to be really honest about it. Like they're both, there's no like funny things going on behind closed doors. I think they're both trying to be really honest about what's going on and figure their way through that landmine of, past relationships and, and their futures.